Okay, let's do this. Hi everybody, my name is Cam. Welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be bringing back a booktube trend that was really popular a few months back, and it is tier ranking romance book tropes. So I've seen like all of these videos, like I love them. I love hearing everybody's hot takes. I personally feel like I have a lot of different opinions than most people. So that's why I wanted to do this video today. Hopefully we can like bring it back and see what everybody thinks, or see if people's opinions have changed. So I'm going to start recording my screen and we're going to get started. Okay, so I'm recording my screen. Hopefully you guys can see it pretty good. I have 5 tiers. So I put I eat it up, yes ma'am, good enough, don't love it, and DNF. So the best being I eat it up, the worst being DNF. I feel like I don't DNF books very often because of tropes, but there are a few out there that I just despise. I despise them. So we're gonna get started. So the first one is teacher student. This is like a very polarizing trope because if it's between like a 22-year-old college student and like a 26-year-old like freaking genius professor or something, I don't mind it. Any other scenario, I don't love it. So I'm gonna put it, I did just say don't love it, didn't I? Ooh, I'm gonna put it in good enough. Good enough, because it can get pretty good. It can get pretty good. Okay, fake dating. I like it. Yes, ma'am. I think it's a pretty good trope. It's not as good as like, ooh, I don't know. I feel like it was like really popular a few months back, like on Book Talk and everything. Like, oh, fake dating, fake dating. I'm gonna put it in good enough because like I don't actively seek out that trope. You know what I mean? Like I just, if it's there, it's there. It's cute. If it's not, I'm not gonna shed any tears over it. Sports romance. I love sports romances, especially hockey ones. I eat it up. I eat it up. I love a good sports romance. I love like baseball, football, like all the sports romances. I just love a macho man. Like, it's so good. I eat it up. Okay. Next, forced proximity. Let me think. The books that I've read, forced proximity. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. I'm gonna put it in yes ma'am because I feel like it can be really, really good, or it can be really, really annoying at times, but for the most part, it's really good. There hasn't been many situations where I've been like, oh my god, you two need to separate. So for the most part, I'm gonna say yes ma'am. Okay, bad boy, good girl. This was like my jam circa 2014. I was 15 years old. I was reading the After series on Wattpad, like when they were Wattpad books, and I loved it. Like when I tell you Hardin and Tessa were in game for me, I loved it back then. But today, in 2022, okay, mafia romance. So I'm pretty new to mafia and dark romance. I probably read like 1, maybe 2 mafia romances, and I'm very new to dark romances. That's something that I want to get more into this year. So I'm gonna put it in good enough, just because I haven't read enough to really make a decision yet. So that's so funny because like usually mafia romances have like these bad boy alpha heroes, and I literally just said that bad boy good girl, I don't love it. But like something about the mafia setting makes it a little bit different. Okay. Grumpy Sunshine. Yes, ma'am.
I'm getting a phone call. Hello.
I'm back. Okay, so Grumpy Sunshine. I love it. I love when the hero is like this big grump and the girl is so happy, and like a Zoe Deschanel kind of character. I love it. I don't have much else to say about this trope. It's just an all-around good, fun-loving trope. Okay, bodyguard romance. I haven't read enough of this. I haven't read like a ton, but what I have read, I've definitely enjoyed. So I'm gonna put Yes Ma'am, because there's just, oh my god, it's just something about like this caretaking role. I think that's what I like about it so much. It's like, take care of me, protect me, put your life on the line for me, you know? I love it. Yes ma'am. A right person, wrong time. I don't know. It's like second chance romance, right? Good enough. I mean, I feel like everybody deserves a second chance, so good enough. Only one bed. Also just good enough. I feel like in a lot of the romance books I read, when there's almost never one bed. Whenever there's like a hotel scene, they're always like, can I get 2 beds? And then they have 2 queen beds available. So it's like it's never a one bed situation. I feel like that's only present in like fantasy romance, and I don't read a ton of that, so only one bed, good enough. Love at first sight. I don't love it, but something about that is very admirable, but I don't think it exists. I think there's lust at first sight, but love at first sight, I don't think it exists. But I'm gonna put in a don't love it. It's not DNF worthy. If it's gonna annoy me to no end, but probably not enough for me to put the book down. Okay, the next one. Oh my gosh, love triangles. DNF.
DNF.
I hate love triangles. They're the worst thing that ever happened to humanity. I don't like more than one love interest unless the book is reverse harem. So the fact that there's this push and pull thing between these love interests, and then what's crazy is that it's not even like a real love triangle. It's more of like a you already know who the person's gonna pick. Like, you already freaking know. Like, so if you're gonna give me a love triangle, you better make it equal. Like, I want both of them equally. But DNF the love triangle. Single parent. You already know what I'm about to say. I eat it up. I love single parents. It's just something about it. I read All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata and Tobias Rhodes. Yeah. It's just something about a father figure. It's like, oh, and then something about like a mother. Like, you know, it's just something about being a parent. And because it shows that you have like this empathy and you love kids and you're like a people person, like, it's just, it works. I eat it up. Like, it's so good. Okay, friends to lovers. I also eat this up. I eat it up. I love friends to lovers. It's so freaking good. I love friends to lovers. It's amazing. It's like the most fun ever. I feel like it's a lot more authentic, because with enemies to lovers, it's like sometimes it's just really not believable. They're like hating each other, the next minute they're like in bed with one another, and it's like, how did we progress? Like, how did that happen? But with friends to lover, it's like you have this beautiful friendship that progresses. It's so authentic. You guys hang out, you have fun, and then it's like a kiss, and it's like, it's so good. So good. I ate it up. Age gap. I'm gonna say yes ma'am. I'm gonna say yes ma'am to age gap. I'm gonna say yes ma'am because I love it. Like, I read The Pool Boy by Nikki Sloan and I loved it. Like, it was the age gap where the woman was older and the guy was younger. So I think the woman was like in her 40s. The guy was like like 24, like, I think. And so it's like this age gap, and it's so good. I love a good age gap. I repeat, I don't like an age gap when the girl is like freaking 18 and the guy is like, I don't know, 35. It's like, what do you want with her? You don't have any business with her. There's nothing good under the sun that's coming out of that situation. I don't like that. If they're both like kind of well into adulthood, I don't mind. It's pretty good at that point. This next one is so controversial. Can you guys guess where I'm gonna put it? Can you guess? Guess. Accidental pregnancy. I eat it up. It is so good. It's so good. There's nothing you can tell me to change my mind. Argue with your mom about it. I love it. It's just something, it like raises the stakes in a book. It makes it so much more juicy. And it's like, it adds drama, like especially if there's like family drama too. It's like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, like what is your family gonna say? Are we gonna be able to inherit your billions of dollars? Like, it's so good. And to see, like, usually the hero transforms into kind of like this playboy, into like this very fatherly figure. It's a very beautiful transformation. I love it. I love an accidental pregnancy. I actively seek this out in books because it adds so much drama. The drama's good. I love it. I eat it up. Bully romance. DNF. I hate like nasty, mean, like bully characters. It's just there's at no point can I enjoy it. Every bully romance that I've ever started, besides maybe one, maybe, I've DNF'd. I can't do it. Brother's best friend. Good enough. Like, you know, it is what it is. It's good for what it is, but it's nothing revolutionary. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just good enough. Like, it makes the stakes higher, sure, but like I just feel like maybe I'm like over it. Like, I used to read a lot of it maybe like 2 years ago. I guess I'm just over it, but it's good enough. Friends with benefits to lovers. It is so good. I eat it up. It's so good. I eat it up. It's so good. It's just something about like that. Let's cross the line. Let's make the stakes higher. Let's have a little bit of fun. It's so good. I eat it up. Okay, the next one, workplace romance. I think you know what I'm about to say. Oh, I eat it up. I love it. I love it. Especially when there's like a billionaire and like his assistant, he's like kind of mean to his assistant, but like she's like mean back, and it's like they have this banter, this good workplace banter, and then there's like, oh, we have to keep it quiet because like we work together, we can't have everybody know. It's so good. I eat it up. Enemies to lovers. I'm gonna put it in, I think, don't love it. No, I can't do that. I can't do that because there have been some really good enemies to lovers books that I've loved. I'm gonna put it in good enough. Good enough, because there have been some where it's been really, really good, and some there's where it's been like awful. Like a good one, for example, is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. I loved it. It was more of like, I feel like they weren't actively enemies though. It was more of like a strong dislike to lovers. And it worked. So I'm gonna put it in good enough. It's not something I like actively seek out. Strangers to lovers. I feel like, well, is that like 90% of romance books? I guess good enough. I feel like it's like 50-50. Like, sometimes they like know each other through a mutual friend, and then other times they're like strangers who bump into each other on the street. So it's good enough. It's nothing that I just, you know, eat up. So, childhood friends to lovers. I'm gonna put this in yes ma'am. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Slow burn. Now, if you would have asked me this like a year ago, I would have told you that I hate slow burn books. I hate them. But I started reading Mariana Zapata in the summer of 2021. So, and it just really worked for me. So I'm gonna put slow burn in. But see, it's like only her slow burn. Anybody else, I can't do it. So I'm gonna put it in good enough. Good enough. It works when it's certain authors, but like it's not something that like I'm not on Kindle Unlimited typing in slow burn. It's never that. So One of Us is Famous. I love it. I eat it up. I love it. I think the thing that introduced me to this trope was Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. That was like the first like, oh, one of us is like famous, or I guess they were both famous in that situation. Okay, let me change my mind. Is there another book on my shelf? I can't think of one, but like I love like a royalty romance when there's like somebody royal and then somebody who's like a just like an average Joe, your middle class citizen, or like a famous billionaire tech guy and then like just a random girl, or even like a the girl is maybe like a famous singer or something and the guy is like your average guy. I love when one of them is famous because there's so much drama. There's typically like an ex involved and like their family's kind of weird. Like there's all this drama. I love it. Yeah, ate it up. Okay, I hate everyone in the world but you. I'm gonna put this in don't love it because it reminds me of like Hardin and Tessa, when it was like Hardin only had eyes for Tessa and he hated everybody else. It was just very, I'm over it. Like you can't be mad at everybody, babe. It takes a lot of energy to do that. I just think it's whatever. It's not my cup of tea. I don't love it. Right person, not enough time. Oh, is this like when somebody is like runs out on a relationship or something because of like miscommunication? Is that what that is? I don't know. I feel like maybe I've read a few books with this in it and I've disliked it every time, but just not enough to DNF it. So I'm gonna put it in right person, not enough time. I mean, I'm gonna put it in don't love it. Sorry. Okay, friends to lovers. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Dude, I think I just like up one of these. Okay, this one right here, friends to enemies to lovers. I think I like totally misread that one. Okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, I was talking about friends to lovers. Yes, ma'am, I eat it up. I love a good friendship. It works for me. It really works. Okay, next one, good boy, bad girl. Yeah, I eat it up. It's so good. I love when the girl is like the alpha in the relationship and the guy is very like submissive and like soft-spoken, maybe a little nerdy, shy. I love it. I eat it up. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Friends to enemies to lovers. When you put, I thought it was just friends to lovers at first, but friends to enemies to lovers. I don't love that. I don't love that. Because why are you mad at each other? Why are we upset right now? Like I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't support it. No. Why are you mad at me and why am I mad at you? Like and they usually almost always fall out for like some stupid reason. It's ridiculous. Okay, that was my tier ranking video. That was like so much fun. I kind of want to do more tropes or like something else because I love tier ranking. I love putting in my 2 cents because personally I feel like I have some very great opinions. If you want to see any more videos from me, please subscribe, comment down below anything that you want to see, and yeah, all right,